3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Let's get ready to suck it!
Welcome to your doom.
Snack bar, Lambeau Field. I was scalded by the cheese of a flaming hot nacho.
You play to win the game.
He starts to come and then he pulls out.
It's from a slice of gabagool.
Finish him!
Oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
Welcome back to another episode of the Dudecast with your two favorite dudes. Right. As always, I'm Dom. Right. He's Mark. We're back again, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode.
36 in a row?
Oh, shit.
I've been waiting to do that one. In a row?
Classic Clerks.
Right here on the Chop Sports Media Network, on the Premier Streaming Podcast Network, Chop Studios, Matawan, New Jersey, Dave Gucci, the Break Buds, all on the other side of the padded glass fake wall. Well, it's a very real wall. And to my left, as always, is the Bird Lady. Bird Lady. Bird Lady. She's on.
That's the Bird Lady.
Gotcha.
Rich.
Yes, yes. Back again again for another episode here, folks.
Yes.
And, but I was gonna say, I actually said before we got into like any cool segments or done, I had a story from Walmart the other day.
Oh, great!
That it's almost too unbelievable to like. No, it's not like out of like the craziest thing in the world, but
I mean, crazy shit happens.
But I have questions. Still, I have questions. So I'm in line, like I think 3 deep from like the register, and I can see like this 70-something-year-old dude like at the register, and like they're arguing. The cashier and him starting to get heated. I'm like, oh, this is getting good. Like this is gonna be a good one, I think. And like, oh, I have no idea what they're talking about. Zero clue. But like eventually the cashier's like, sir, we're not doing this. Leave, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not doing this, blah. So he's like, yeah, okay. And he takes out his phone and he's like dialing numbers, whatever. And he goes like this. He's like, oh yeah? I need to speak to Donald J. Trump right now.
Oh, batshit crazy.
Oh no.
I was like, what? I'm standing in line. I have no idea what's going on. I hear this guy just yell that. I'm like, what the fuck
Did he call
is
the White
happening
House?
on? No, that's what I want to know. Like, who was he calling?
We call that Walmart crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
that's exactly what it is.
but like, what was his? Was he trying to scare people?
No, he's nuts. Obviously.
Oh, I know, Don. I'm gonna get Trump over here. First of all, what Donald Trump
for
is?
something that happened at Walmart.
Yeah, like what's Donald Trump a former president gonna help you at Walmart with? Okay, and like you could tell this is one of those like real. I support the troops, but I'm too much of a pussy to fight guys. You know what I'm saying? Like he has a Vietnam hat on, but not a veteran hat. Just says Vietnam and has American flag. Like most Vietnam veterans have like Vietnam vet, all this shit like that. No, this is like one of those $10 giveaway hats that you fucking get at the flea market. You know,
it reminds me of this TikTok account. There's a guy out there. I think it's called like Stolen Valor. Is that what it is? Yeah. That's good.
There's a guy, Don Shipley. That's all he does is call out fake Navy SEALs all day.
That's good shit, man.
Oh, it's the best.
It's sick that people are like sick like that.
Of course.
You know, imitating cops or people.
But most of it,
Army, Marines, whatever.
It's just like the Army shit. Like people like in fucking fatigues. Like sometimes they'll try to get like discounts from stores and shit.
Yeah, that's
and like really
fucked
try
up.
to push it. Other ones are just fucking. I don't
Mentally
know
ill.
what. Yeah, what the fuck they're thinking.
Like your friend calling Donald Trump.
Yeah, like this guy calling Donald Trump at Walmart at fucking 9 o'clock at night.
So what was the conclusion there?
Well, the conclusion was, sir, I don't give a fuck who you're
Get the
calling.
fuck
Get
out.
out of the
Yeah.
store. Like they just basically scurried him off, and like I'm like paying. I'm like trying to like see what's happening, but he's still trying to argue with customer service at the time. I'm like, this fucking guy. But I just couldn't believe that's what came out of his fucking mouth. I'm like, who the fuck?
Yeah, not the local police.
No,
No,
not anybody else.
I thought
that-
you were gonna say he called 911.
Yeah,
Like that's
no. He called or pretended to call Donald Trump. Like, get me Donald J.
outrageous.
Trump right now. Like aggressive. But that's the times.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
That's the times we're living in, folks.
Trump's the savior for everything.
Apparently.
Yeah, even your
Apparently.
Walmart mishaps and
They probably just like He probably was buying something fucking dumb. Like, who knows what the fuck the beginning of that like was? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I wish I knew.
I
but
don't know. We could talk about Walmart all day.
Yeah.
We got a packed show. Let's get into it. A little NFL action, brother. Rumors floating
It's heating
around.
up.
Is it really, though?
What?
Is it possible that we will see Bill Belichick
Another team?
traded
I don't think so.
to another team next season?
I don't think so. I don't see traded. I see.
Can you see him ever leaving New
100%.
England? Because I think this is it.
100%?
I really do. I think this
yeah.
is the end of Bill Belichick era. And, for him, is this the way he wants to go out without Tom Brady? Tom Brady goes to Tampa, wins a Super Bowl, right? Belichick stays there, drafts Mac Jones, starts him 1 week, pulls him out, the Bailey Zappi, whatever the fuck you want to do here.
Yeah.
It's a mess. They're going nowhere. And it looks like this is it. So where does he go from here? What do you think?
I think it's done too. I do. But he's going to finish the season. There's no question.
No, I
That's
agree.
out.
I agree. Yeah.
But I think Bill Belichick wants to go somewhere. They have almost what Tom Brady did. He wants to go somewhere where they have a pre-made team good enough to where they can probably already win, and he just has to go pull a couple strings.
How about Tampa?
That would be strange, but that would be hilarious.
How weird would that be?
But you know what? Now that Brady's gone, they don't have the pieces anymore. They're falling apart. They
Yeah.
only have Mike Evans. Like they'll
Yeah.
have a couple guys here, but they don't have a ready-made team.
What's their record right now? Are they in the
Not
mix?
good.
Or are they?
Yeah,
they're just kind of
all in.
middle of the road
Everybody's
guys.
in the
Yeah.
mix for the most part.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that always fucks me up. The in the hunt graphic. Like, cause I know, like when my team's shitty, I'll like want them to lose, but then I'll see the in the hunt graphic, and I'm like, they're still kind of they're alive. Like
they're 4-5, so they're right behind the Saints.
Yeah.
Saints are 5-5.
yeah. But like Bill Belichick, he's gonna want to go to a ready-made team, or a team that, no, maybe not necessarily ready-made, but close enough.
Yeah, and you think so? Here's the thing: our team's going to want to hire him and give him full control. That's the thing. So there's no disputing. Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time. It kills me to say this, but
Yeah.
this is true. Bill Belichick, also one of the worst GMs of all time.
Yeah.
If you look at it, man,
Yeah.
because he has full reign over there. He's making those moves.
Yeah.
There's no VP, there's no president, there's no GM over him.
Yeah.
It's him and Kraft. Really?
Yeah. So, but like then I can't really say he's the worst GM because, I mean, he was winning for how many years, and that was his talent he kept bringing in.
Yeah, I mean, but
so like, maybe
I
he
think
just
without
kinda-
Brady, that looks like
maybe
those look
kinda
like different teams because
Yeah.
even when Brady was doing what he was doing, he didn't have ridiculous talent. He had Randy Moss for a little while.
but think about
he
this
had
one.
guys here and there, but
Think about this one though.
Tom Brady, I think, was just so damn good.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
But Tom Brady's first year, they won the Super Bowl the first time.
Yeah.
You can argue Bill Belichick won that Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. Because
Yeah,
he did.
I mean, he did.
Tom Brady was a backup quarterback, and that defense won them that championship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But I think that's more a testament towards his coaching than his GM.
Oh, yeah. But, like, I just think that when he leaves, right, like, and it's going to happen, and most likely it's going to happen this offseason, he's going to want to go to certain teams, like, not just a ready-made team. I think he wants to go to one of those, like, I would say the Giants because, the connection. But he's not. They're not going to get rid of David.
Oh, that would be something.
I know
that would be something.
I know where he's going to go. I see it. I can see it already.
Break out the crystal ball, my
I
brother.
have the crystal ball.
What
Let
is
me
it?
tell you, the magic 8
The
ball
crystal
says
meth. What's it say?
he's going to go to the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. Commanders is a favorable spot for him, man.
Because they
Yeah.
have talent.
Yeah.
Sam Howell looks good.
Yeah.
He's the
I'll
leading,
take him right now. Are you kidding me?
He's the leading passer, the number 1 passer in the NFL right now. He has the most yards. Like,
Is Ron on the way out, though?
I think they're kind of done with Ron.
Yeah.
But Eric, does he have these? Does Hal have these numbers without Eric Bieniemy? Is the question.
Good question.
You know?
So is Bieniemy really the next head coach?
Could be.
Because
But I think he's finally going to get poached. He's finally going to
Yeah.
get fucking picked up,
unless
snapped up.
Rivera, they boot him and they elevate him. But if not, then Belichick, yeah, that would be something.
But yeah, but that's like the type of team he's going to go to. That's like an NFL legacy.
How
They've
about-
been around forever, you know?
Yeah, one of those blue collar franchises. I get it. Like Pittsburgh, the Giants. I get it. Yeah.
Or I could see a swap possibly between the Titans. Vrabel going to New England.
Imagine that.
Fucking Bill going to the Tennessee.
Here's one that really makes sense too. You want to say ready-made teams, ready to go, just need the right head coach probably to lead them. Chargers, bro.
Yeah.
Chargers are the perfect team
Yeah.
for Bill Belichick to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Justin Herbert.
Young quarterback.
Oh, my
weapons,
God.
A defense that's pretty good already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could see that.
That's the spot.
I
I
could
think
see
you
it.
keep an eye on the Chargers.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely see that. You know, the thing about Bill Belichick, though, it doesn't matter where he goes.
Belichick.
He's going to, he's already going down as, if not one of the greatest head coach in the NFL.
And it stomachs me.
Yeah. It's hard, you know, it's hard to stomach, but it's the truth.
It is.
I mean, I could sit there and say I'd love him to be a Cowboy head coach, but I don't think I would actually.
Ariel, do you know Bill Belichick was the head coach of the New York Jets for, I think, less than
10
24
minutes,
hours?
maybe. Yeah.
He was
24
the
hours.
defensive coordinator for the Jets. This is before he went to New England. The Jets head coach leaves. They elevate Bill Belichick, the head coach. He accepts the position. The next day, he has a press conference. I think it's the next day.
probably.
He has a press conference saying he quits the
He's gonna
position
take
as
a
head coach of the Jets.
of the Browns.
And he he left for the Patriots.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, because he was head coach of the Browns first. Then,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So he went from the Jets head
Damn.
coach for one day to Patriots and to winning all those Super Bowls and spanking the Jets for that many years.
That's
And
crazy.
still to this day, with a bullshit shit roster, Jets have a better roster. They still can't beat the Patriots.
it makes no
so this is
sense.
why the hatred is so deep for Bill Belichick and the Patriots. I think, honestly, my hatred goes more towards Belichick than the franchise of the Patriots itself because
Yeah.
of the personal
yeah. It's-
fucking jab to the Jets.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, in a bizarro world, Bill Belichick is the head coach of the Jets and led them to, 10 fucking Super Bowls or whatever.
It doesn't help the fact that the Jets were the ones that kind of birthed Tom Brady. The Jets were the ones that hurt Bledsoe, and he comes in as the backup, and
Yep.
that's it.
Mo Lewis.
Just got the total screw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Mo Lewis, 57, knocks fucking Drew Bledsoe, the quarterback of the Patriots at the time, out of the game. Boom. Hard ass hit. Enters Tom Brady. And the
then
rest
that's it.
is
It's
literally history. And Tom Brady was not like one of these guys that were like well touted. He was like a 6th-round pick.
He was like 200
From
and
Michigan.
something
That's
big.
crazy
Yeah.
that he turned into such a great player.
Yeah. And that's just what it is. Sometimes guys fall through the cracks. Like Tony Romo, great player. He wasn't even drafted.
Yeah.
He was undrafted.
I feel like the only way the Jets are ever going to hit on a quarterback if it's one like that.
Yeah.
Because they could draft in the first round
Oh,
all
yeah.
they want. And
Yeah.
they're never going to fucking hit, I feel like.
Yeah.
They need one of those guys, one of those diamond in the rough type guys, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
or just like get lucky on a guy that you get later, like the boys did on Dak.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
something
later.
like that. Yeah, later round,
Sam
4th,
Howell,
5th round.
fucking
There you go.
4th round
Maybe.
guy, they're out there. Guys are out there. Mm-hmm. They're fucking out there.
There's a lot of quarterbacks, man.
Yeah.
Think about it.
What's crazy now is how many young quarterbacks are in. And the state of the quarterback play right now is not good.
No.
Like there's
Shout
so
out
many
to
guys
CJ
that are
Stroud,
hurt.
though, who
So, the fucking man.
Mel Diaper did not think
No.
he was ready to go.
And he was. He's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And D'Amico Ryans, great head coach.
Coach of the year, maybe?
Not only that, I think CJ Stroud's in the fucking talk for MVP.
That's
besides
insane.
from just fucking, it's
Good.
rookie of the year.
Good for football, man.
Yeah,
know?
I fuck with CJ Stroud now. When I was in the NFL, maybe I'm one of my guys now.
Maybe Mel
Mel
will come on one day and
Yeah, maybe Mel will fucking
apologize.
say he was wrong. But who knows? He's too stubborn. He's a stubborn prick. That motherfucking Mel.
You know who else is a stubborn prick? And also very arrogant?
Who?
50 Cent. Recently in the news, changing his pronouns.
What? I didn't hear nothing about this.
No?
So this is
So he's
crazy.
not. So what is he?
What do you think?
Change? I don't know. Coin.
Good guess.
I identify as money.
I almost
50 Cent now. Like I'm gonna be literal change. I don't know.
50. XXL magazine reports 50 Cent doesn't identify as a person and wants to be referred to as a thing.
As a thing?
As a thing. Not a him, her.
Not a he, she?
Not a he, she.
Not a they, them? Not a trans whatever, this and that?
50 Cent says he no longer identifies as a person. He wants to be called a thing. He hopped on his infamous Instagram page with a celebratory series of photos following the first of 2 show run in Birmingham, England on his final lap tour. Then he posts something.
Please refer to me as the thing.
Is that what it is? Thank you. Thank you.
I do not identify as a person anymore. I'm a thing. Thank you in advance.
What is wrong
Then
with
he
everybody?
said, yes, I identify as thing. My pronoun is thing it.
Thing
Please refer to me as the thing 50 Cent, or you can say that thing 50 Cent
That
is
thing. What's... I don't understand what's going on. There's got to be some type of, like... retro Gatorade thing going on.
Gatorade?
I don't know. Retrograde bullshit.
You don't want to be a
Something
thing?
No, because there's something that's wrong with these rappers now. You got 50 Cent identifying as a thing.
Yeah.
And now you have Snoop Dogg quitting weed today.
And let's be real.
Something's going on.
So let's be real, but
Something's up.
50's not the type.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He's not the type.
He's not the type to be like...
Do you think that it's a joke?
I'd like to hope so.
But I don't know.
Hope it is.
You look at today's society, like you're saying, anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. Maybe there's some type
This
of mental
article
illness
seems
we don't
serious.
know.
Like what? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know. Maybe like there's like some deep-rooted mental illness.
You look
where
at
he feels
Kanye, batshit crazy.
He's completely out of his mind. But like, yeah, but
Well,
then
all
yeah,
these
you
guys.
look at fucking Snoop Dogg, someone who's like as normal as they come, as cool, and then out of nowhere he's just not smoking weed anymore. What?
So what's weirder, honestly?
Yeah. Okay. That's the real
Let's
question.
rate that,
What's
ladies
weirder?
and gentlemen.
All right. I think it's weirder to be called a thing, but like Snoop Dogg not smoking anymore is also
He's like the godfather
insane.
of weed.
So I don't know.
So what he posted was, this is so bizarre. After much consideration and conversation with my family, I've decided to give up smoke. And then he said, please respect my privacy at this time.
I don't think he's gonna he's gonna last. He's going. He's
Fans
gonna
immediately flooded to the comment section and thought either the 50-year-old rapper was joking or he's just making the switch to edibles. So
also very, very possible.
my sister made that point. She sent me the article this morning. I forgot. But she said maybe it's because of his lungs and he's going to switch to edibles. I said, okay, you know what? That makes sense.
I get it. I
can
get
see
it.
that.
I get it. Like if he's not off the, okay, all right. So let's say he's not totally off the THC, just giving up the smoking of the weed. It makes it a little more understandable. I get it.
definitely.
I understand that. I get it. So yeah, the weirder thing is definitely 50 Cent's calling himself
A thing?
A thing.
Yeah.
Thing 50 Cent?
I'm that thing 50.
That thing 50 Cent.
That
That
fucking
thing.
thing. That thing.
That
You got-
thing.
That thing. 50.
Weird times, bro.
50.
Fucking weird times, man.
Yeah, I don't know what times we're living in anymore.
Hard times, daddy.
Hard times, daddy. Speaking of crazy times, Junk sent us that article about the solar flare that could wipe out everything.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Okay, so
Well, I mean that shit. I hear about that constantly. Like I always feel like there's gonna be a big solar storm,
Yeah,
and
solar
everything's fucking gonna
superstorm.
be done. Like we're all done. I've heard that since 2012.
Oh, yeah, the rapture.
Yeah,
but imagine it did wipe out the internet. Like, what would we do?
But like that's the thing. Something that strong is gonna wipe out more
They're
than just
calling
the
this
fucking internet.
The internet apocalypse.
It would be a lot more than just the fucking internet. We wouldn't have power if it's wiping out shit like that. You know?
Like, would cars work?
Yeah, because they run on
Not
like
Teslas.
Yeah, not electric cars.
Would we all have to hop on a horse?
But let's say in a hypothetical this happens, and it just wipes the internet itself out.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't be able to work because I work from home.
Okay. Well, we wouldn't be able to do this.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to do this. There'd be no social media.
0, which I'm okay with. I could live with that.
I could take a break.
Yeah,
I could
I could live without
I could take an
social
internet
media.
break too. But
I like the internet just to like look up things.
Mm-hmm.
Though.
But I like the internet because I like watching
media,
media. Yeah, like I like fucking
basic
watching
media consumption.
Yeah, videos
We'd
and
have
like
to do that. Well, I
You
wouldn't be
could
able
do
to
it.
stream TV.
We have to write letters.
Yeah.
I need cable. Couldn't stream. No like Netflix or anything.
We could do live podcasts,
write letters.
do promotions, write letters, put it in people's mailbox. We just at Dom's house for a live podcast episode.
It'll
But,
be
like, how
something
would
to
we
do.
get- but how-
Nobody be able to just scroll through Instagram. Or
But like, how
anything.
would we do a live? Like,
Well,
it would never be recorded, right? Yeah. Oh, just be sitting around talking to each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it'll just be
With the
regular
live
conversation.
audience.
like Boomer and Geo uncut.
Yeah. That's, I don't know. But yeah, but like, I think, I mean, obviously, you know, we did it. We're like
Like we were live before internet.
oh, of
Yeah.
course.
Like
yeah.
we experienced life before internet, but
Which is why our generation's probably the best.
we're like the last.
The last.
We're the
generation.
last. We
Yeah.
The last.
we were so yeah. Like think about that. We were the last generation to not grow up with internet, but we had it young enough to acclimate to it.
I remember getting like AOL when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah,
So you guys were in like 5th grade.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Yeah.
a computer until like
Yeah, but that
fucking
was like
waiting
the
on
very
road.
beginning too. So
Yeah.
everybody didn't even have.
Yeah,
No,
first
no.
computer I had, I called it Fossil brand. My cousin gave it to me. It was what was so there was 56K internet. Remember that?
and 1440.
There was one below 1440. That was
Seven
that was
something.
what I had on that fucking Fossil brand. It took 40 minutes to open
Or
an
was
email.
it 540?
I
I don't
was
know.
something
There
like
was
that.
some low ones.
Remember, somebody would call you. It would take forever for you to get connected, and then someone
Phone
would call your
call.
house.
Yeah.
Fuck you up.
You
Get
totally
kicked
get
off.
knocked off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, simpler times, man.
Oh yeah. But like I don't know if I'd want to go. I mean, I wouldn't want to go back to simpler times like that, but I'd like to go back to simpler times in other ways and still have
Agreed.
the internet.
Agreed.
You know, like
No, the most recent comparison of like not having internet over a period of time for us is Sandy. When we had Sandy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we also didn't have power, so it was real miserable.
That was
And
fucking
no heat.
shit.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
yeah.
Shitty.
Like almost 2 weeks and none of it. And it was like I remember just like sitting on the porch and like
Doing
bullshitting.
nothing.
Yeah.
I remember sitting in my kitchen, cold,
Yeah.
drinking red wine and reading a book,
Yeah.
and just being like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Reading a
I remember
book.
I would charge my phone in my car.
Yeah.
And I had something to do for a little while.
I would turn the oven on and open it and stand
Joanne,
next to it for
this
some
was-
heat.
Day.
Sleeping sucked. It was
Yeah.
always cold.
Yeah, it was real miserable. I remember having like a radio, and I'd listen to the radio before bed. Like,
It
trying
really
to-
brought us back, man.
yeah, we were fucked up.
Yeah,
I remember I had to work. My job was working on generators.
that's insane.
And Mike Jones at the time, that fucking scumbag. I remember one day he goes, "We're like, Mike, we can't work. The generator's not working." "What the fuck you mean it ain't working?" I'm like, "It ain't working. There's nothing." He's like, "But it probably put gas in it." I'm like, "We don't have fucking gas for a big generator like that. How many motherfucking diesel trucks we got out there?" And then he comes over, huffing and puffing, yelling at us because we were refusing to siphon gas out of a fucking diesel truck to put into the fucking generator. "You assholes can't siphon this gas." I'm like, "No, I'm not siphoning gas so I can work.
It's not part of the job description, pal.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like,
You
I
fuck.
really don't think if people don't get their fucking donuts in the morning, it's gonna be a big fucking deal. Like,
think we have bigger problems here,
yeah,
Mike.
I think we're pretty good for work for now. He was getting tight when people were like, "I'm not coming in." He's like, "Why the fuck you ain't coming in?" "Well, I don't know. I haven't showered in 2 weeks. I don't have power." Like, that was a fucking trip.
Slave labor style.
Yeah, I was like, "What am I doing here?" Me and Paul were like, "What are we doing here?"
Really puts things into perspective, right? Like,
Oh yeah, real eye opening.
Not working for this company no more.
Oh yeah, I got out of there real quick. Once we moved to the new building, and there was a disaster. Like, we did a move for like the first night. $1 billion company. Why would they hire a moving company? You and you have drones that do your normal day to day. They can move us. We'll move you. So we moved, and they wanted us to pick trucks the night we moved into. I'm like, "Are you out of your mind?" I'm like, "We don't even know where the shit is. Like, it's just scattered about." "Oh, you guys can figure it out." What?
Great.
I worked from 3 in the afternoon till noon the next day.
Brutal. Absolutely
Ugh.
brutal.
Yeah. I was like
Terrible.
almost 24 hours of work. Like, they let us take a 2-hour, they
Were
let us
you
have our regular
delirious?
breaks, and they're like, "We're going to give you a nice 2-hour break so you guys could take naps and stuff." I'm like, am I in hell? Am I like, I'm not being held here against my will. What am I doing? Why am I just not leaving? Like, some jobs will
No, thank
brainwash you
you.
like that,
Oh,
make
shit,
you
yeah,
think you
dude.
have to stay.
Yep.
But like, I don't know why I did. Oh, the money was ridiculous too. So I was like, okay.
I remember I worked this shitty customer service job one time, and there was supposed to be some big storm where they offered to like put people up in a hotel nearby. So if there was a storm, you could still like make it to work. Yeah. I was like,
I'm good.
Yeah. That's one thing that's one thing these jobs gotta learn. Like, why the fuck? And like, even my job now, like, isn't there, like, why can't you just say, fuck it? Like, we're going to take 2 days, 3 days, shut down, recoup when we come back. I don't understand why that just can't happen.
It depends on the company.
yeah, people looking for your business are going to be in an uproar.
But there's some businesses where just like, it's not that fucking important.
Yeah. Like a bakery or something like that.
Like Whole Foods was. I'm like, people are not going to freak out if they're not going to get fucking bagels in the morning. Right. It's okay. My job now is a little different because it's like pharmaceuticals and medicine. And like literal, the other day I had to re-ice a box and there was like no ice in it. And I like, it's like the ice was like pretty melted out. It's dry ice. An ear.
Oh.
Just an ear essence.
Oh.
I was like, oh, we got to fucking cover
that.
That
a lifestyle?
Yeah. Well, it was because.
Like a human ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's all these places around here like MTF and Edison and like all. So what they do is they'll take your cadaver if you've donated your body to science, they'll take your body and they'll chop it the fuck up and they'll
like
send it out all over
That's
the fucking
why I
place.
don't donate my organs.
Yeah. Well, that's because you know what they say. You donate your organs.
They'll purposely kill you to take your organs. I thought about that too.
There you go.
I was like, no thanks.
Next up on Conspiracy
Nobody
Corner.
wants mine anyway.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Before we do, there is a Joey Blue Reviews this week.
Back in the building?
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Oh,
no idea. No idea. And then also a bonus to throw in there. Trailer trash. But we're going to call it actually teaser trash because it's not a full trailer.
What it? Oh, I know what it is.
Your favorite.
I hope, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting into the holiday spirit because a Christmas is coming. Ho, ho, ho. And there's a new Santa in town, damn it. And his name is Art,
Artie.
the fucking clown.
Artie.
Slashing into theaters soon. This holiday season.
Not this holiday season.
Next holiday season.
Next holiday season. But he's going to tease you this holiday season.
Terrifier 3.
Yeah.
Joey Blue Reviews.
JBR.
A lot of action. You guys hang tight. We'll be back after this.
What's up, Dudecast? It's your boy Joey Blue back with another review. So I just wanted to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Unfortunately, I don't have a Thanksgiving movie to talk about, but I do have another holiday movie to talk about. Well, sort of. It's 2023's The Blackening. A bunch of college friends, they all get together to celebrate Juneteenth. They go to an Airbnb that's like a cabin in the woods, and you find out there's a mass killer out there trying to make them play a game and basically attempt to kill them. So it's a horror comedy, heavy on the comedy, but the premise is very much like a horror movie. I thought the characters were great. They were fun, entertaining, different than what you would normally expect. There's sort of stereotypes, but they're not like paper thin stereotypes. The comedy doesn't hit you over the head with any like messaging or anything. It's just pure comedy. It's just really funny stuff. And yeah, there's one scene where they talk about O'Reilly Auto Parts, the commercial, and that everybody starts singing it. And yeah, it makes no sense as I'm telling you now, but when it happened, I cracked up laughing. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, this movie is definitely worth the watch. The ending reveal of what was going on, maybe a little lackluster, but it's still pretty positive. Overall, like I said, great movie. The characters, they're really funny. The situation that they're in, it's very intriguing. You kind of want to get towards the end. You want to know what happens to them. It's a little over 90 minutes, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. But yeah, like kind of a meta comedy, so to speak, meta horror movie. In fact, the Blu-ray says the first great horror comedy of the post-Get Out era. and that kind of exactly fits as to what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna actually give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's a really fun movie, definitely worth checking out. Probably one of my favorites of this year, actually, so far. And yeah, Joe Blue says, check it out.
And we're back for the second half of the Dudecast. That's right, folks.
Second half team, baby.
That be us. Woo woo.
Trailer was pretty cool.
Ah,
Or
The
teaser.
teasy. That's a teaser. They
It was
said
a
that
Well
Ghostbuster one was a teaser trailer. That was like a mini trailer. That's a legit tease. That's
yeah,
like
minimal
just
dialogue.
Very minimal. No scenes.
Yeah.
Just-
No words. No.
Just atmospheric music
So good.
and great suspense
you in the
visual.
holiday
And like you said,
spirit.
during break, when you just know, you know.
Yeah, you just know movie's gonna be good.
Yeah, I got that feeling with this one,
You
man.
just know.
I really am. So I told you when I first saw it, I'm literally screaming at my computer monitor. Just while I'm watching. Yes. So hyped.
So
dude.
ready for it.
So ready.
And like they're doing it like at a good pace. They're not making you wait too long for the sequel, or like like even
But
the
not
second
two in a
one,
year, like ridiculous style.
Yeah, but it's not like happening. They're pumping one out every year, so it's like it's good pace. Damien Leone knows what he's doing.
He's a good brother.
He's a good brother, but we should get into some other movies that are apparently not good brothers.
Yes.
All right. Which list do you want to do first? You want to do the Gen Z list? Or do you want to do the comedy or the Gen X list rather?
Let's
Do you have that one? Or do you want to do the comedy
Let's
one?
do the comedy
Do the
one.
comedy one
All
because
right.
I'm curious now if that last thing you said.
All right, so we'll go with this. So I was on
Yeah.
BuzzFeed, saw something called 10 dumpster fire movies I'm still in awe and shock made it to the movies. Okay, so some of these I already looked through the list. This is obviously a more probably sensitive person, I would say.
Somebody who wrote the person who
that
wrote
the article that
Okay.
rated these movies.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at these, I'm like, oh, these are hilarious. These are
yeah.
really good movies. This person has a beef with them, so of course I'm gonna read them off. I'll let
with
you
the
know what they
movies.
say,
Yeah.
and then I want your comments.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So the first one, let's see. We have number one. Oh, you'll remember this one, 1994's Clifford.
Clifford?
Clifford.
Love Clifford.
I know.
Me and
Have you ever
Scott
seen Clifford?
Used to
Clifford
fucking
the Big
love.
Red Dog.
No, it's
No.
not Clifford the Big Red Dog. Yeah, it's Clifford Martin Short is like playing a child. like a
Never seen
teenage,
it.
like a teenager, and he's like a little dickhead. And his uncle is what's his face, the father from Beethoven.
From Beethoven.
You know who I'm
Father
talking
from
about?
Beethoven.
Fucking
I'm gonna look that up now.
Richard Grogan, maybe something. That sounds way wrong, but I think it might be Charles Grodin. Charles Grodin, that guy.
So they say this one they don't hate on too much because it's a good one. It's
come
fucking
on.
hilarious. I haven't seen that one in a million
I
years.
need to watch it again.
And I think you and Scott
just saw-
actually were the ones that introduced me to it. Yeah, they say you will be forgiven if you thought I would start this list by bashing everyone's favorite big red dog.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry, that is simply not the case. The Clifford I am talking about is the 1994 dark comedy starring Martin Short, a 10-year-old boy, as a 10-year-old boy.
He's 10. That's right. He's supposed to be 10.
Yeah,
It's Martin Short.
Yeah,
as
you
a
read that
10-year-old.
right. Short was 44 years old
so
when he
good.
took the role. He plays a dinosaur-obsessed, mischief-making, rambunctious
I
little
do not
brat,
remember this movie at all.
obsessed with getting to a theme park,
Yeah, he's
and
trying
will
to go
take
to-
anyone down to get there. They go, as awkward as it was, the casting choice is still watchable because Martin Short is phenomenally watchable comedic actor, but still just odd. Yeah, he's 44 years old.
And he doesn't try to like look smaller.
So they say just if you watch that one, go in with a very open mind. So no bashing on that one.
Yeah.
Number 2, Shallow Hal. Remember Shallow Hal?
I
This
liked Shallow Hal. I don't
Quote
love
on-
Shallow Hal, but I liked
solid
it.
flick though.
Yeah.
Watchable,
Very
comedy.
watchable.
Yep. This hilarious Jack Black and Gwyneth Paltrow romp are about a man who is emotionally stunted, misogynistic, and despite being a heavier set dude, all about fat shaming. After being hypnotized by Tony Robbins, only to see people's inner beauty, he falls for Paltrow, despite her being plus size and him being a jerk. This film is filled with fat jokes, usually at the love interest's expense. Now, despite all this, the film was a hit. It propelled Jack Black into stardom. Yada yada yada.
Wasn't Jason Alexander in that?
He had a tail.
Yes.
He had a tail.
He had
Yep.
a tail.
Actually, I just saw a Jason Alexander, young Jason Alexander, in The Burning. 1981, I think.
Fucking young boy.
First
young
time ever
man.
seen Burning.
Burning's a good
Just saw
movie.
it last week. Very good. Now they say now in the years past since the movies, was in the theaters, the actors have spoken about how terrible it was.
But they're talking
for
about
the fat shaming and
that's
all that
the
shit.
fucking point
Yeah.
of the movie. It's called Shallow Hal. It's about someone who's shallow. That's the whole fucking point. They're gonna fat shame, make fun, fat jokes, and make fun, and like call ugly people. Like that's the fucking point. He's supposed to play a shallow jerk off. Like, and how do you not play a shallow jerk off by not making fun of these people? Or
Yeah.
Makes sense.
it just doesn't. People see that's what I'm saying. This person who wrote this, they might have pronouns. I'm just saying.
So have you seen number 3, 2003, Stuck on You? I don't know this one.
That one,
Yeah.
does suck. They
Does it?
have
Yeah, it's
a
bad.
fucking point. That's Matt Damon
Yes.
and the guy I think was the father in Shameless.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. William
He's in
H.
yes,
Is that him?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's in like they're like Siamese twins.
Oh,
Conjoined
no.
twins want to be an actor.
So
Yeah.
fucking bad.
No, thank you.
Yeah. One of those movies that you're like, oh, that's offensive to my eyes.
What about Soul Man? That's number 4.
Soul Man.
1986, Soul Man?
I don't know if I
Not
know Soul
familiar.
Man. I know a lot of bad, low budget 80 movies, but I don't think I know
It was
Soul
a
Man.
cursed film, apparently.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
I don't know shit about Soul
It's
Man.
the hilarious tale of a college student who takes tanning pills so he can pass
Is
as
Bernie
a
Mac in
What?
it?
Oh, as like a
POC student.
So wait, he goes tanning to be black?
Yes.
So they
That's
did
offensive.
so that means they probably did blackface in this.
So they said, of course, this film features extensive blackface,
Oh,
racist
yeah.
jokes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
above all, a terrible script.
oh, I'm sure.
So
it's
there you
bad.
go,
Yeah.
1986, Soul Man.
Soul Man.
I have a question though. Is the movie White Chicks offensive then?
Because it's black people acting like white
I
people.
mean, I guess it depends who you ask, because honestly,
I mean, I think it's funny.
I could
as
ask a
hell.
black person, and they'll tell me they're not offended by blackface, maybe, and then you could ask a white person
That's
will say the
offended
same-
by-
or art isn't. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not offended by whiteface. Like,
Nah, it doesn't
That
bother
does
me.
not bother me
No.
at all.
And like
The
black
Wayans brothers crack me up.
and black
It's them,
people
right?
love
In that
Tropic
movie?
Thunder. And Robert Downey Jr.
Actually on
plays
this
the guy.
list.
Yeah?
Yeah. But number 5 is Freddy Got Fingered.
Debatable because it is a pretty shitty
that
movie.
Daddy,
Tom
would you
Green.
like some
Tom
Yep.
Green.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is Daddy.
Daddy,
would
would
you
you
But
like
it has some iconic idiot moments.
Yes,
in
it does.
Ew, doesn't he like eat a mouse or
Yeah.
something?
Yeah.
No, that's
No, the
then
snake.
Road Trip.
That's
Road Trip, yeah.
I like
Which is a
that
good
one.
movie.
I
Yeah,
like
Road
that
Trip's better.
But Freddy Got Fingered is just like, it didn't have critic acclaim because it's too nonsensical, dumb shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So like,
It
if
was
you
a
like
dark
that
indie comedy.
if you like that dumb type of fucking Tom Green comedy, you'll love it.
Not a fan.
I don't love him, but he does. He had a couple moments that I'm like, this is fucking
You see him lately?
hilarious. Yeah, he's like together, right? Right? Like kind of with it more.
I think he like lives on a farm and like
Yeah, he's, like,
plays
kinda-
acoustic and
Who,
like
Tom Green?
Yeah.
very mellowed out.
Yeah, he probably had like crazy time in like the early 90s. And he had cancer, actually.
Did he
had
really?
He
Yeah.
had ball cancer, and he went through it on his show, the Tom Green
That's
show.
right.
He did
That's
the fucking
right.
surgery and everything on the show.
Oh,
like,
shit.
sick fuck.
Dude, fucking Freddy Got Fingered, 2001.
Yeah, dude. That was
20
that was the peak
Almost
of
23
him.
years ago.
That was the peak of Tom Green, though. Think
Yeah.
about it. That was his era.
Good era.
Yeah.
Number 6 on the list, 2013, movie 43.
Seen it. Pretty
Bad.
bad. It's filled with. It's almost like an anthology comedy. It's just like really bad.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Split into 14 segments.
Yeah, and it's like a bunch of. It's
Oh, they
got
got,
a
like,
lot
everyone,
Of, I would
like,
say
a
it
lot
has
of people,
a lot
yeah.
of actors in it. Like
Richard
a lot of
Gere,
famous actors are in it.
Emma Stone,
But it sucks.
Hugh Jackman, Chris Pratt.
None
It
of the
sounds like it has potential.
none of the stories are funny.
Yeah,
That's the
you know
thing.
what?
None
This
of them are.
is starting to ring a bell
Yeah.
a little bit. I vaguely remember this. Vaguely.
But none of the stories are funny. Like 14, there's 14 like separate parts, and there are 14 unfunny pieces of paper and shit.
Number 7, Tropic Thunder.
I go back and forth with Tropic Thunder because I'm not that big a fan. Like, there's a couple jokes in it that are
I don't
funny
really
to
think
me.
it's that funny,
and
Tropic
but exactly,
Thunder.
I don't think it's that funny of
Yeah.
a movie overall.
This person didn't make it to the end of the film.
Oh God, they must have been so offended by Robert Downey Jr. and the fact that Ben Stiller plays fucking an actual retarded person.
Yeah.
You never go full retard.
Definitely ruffled feathers for sure.
Yeah, it was kind and like the best part of that. The best part of that whole movie was Tom Cruise when he was talking, when he was yelling, talking shit. Flaming fucking dragon.
Here's one they really don't like.
Okay.
Number 8, 1994's It's Pat.
It's bad.
Oh, I could have done without It's Pat.
I could have done without It's Pat too, but like.
Don't they have like an It's Pat TV show?
It was
like
on
recently?
SNL. No, that was and it started out as an SNL skit.
Yeah, originally, yeah.
It was an SNL skit, and you're right. They did do something recent
Something
with Pat.
recently they did.
Not too long ago. Not super recent, but
Not too long ago.
Not like as long ago as the movie was. Like I didn't like the movie, but it was like one of those things you watch when you're younger, and like I probably haven't seen it since I was a kid. To be honest, so
Probably
like,
didn't get it either
yeah,
back then.
like a lot. Like, yeah, just-
It's only 80 minutes long.
probably for the best.
Apparently,
Probably
it's
better.
anti-trans trash. I don't, dude. I'm in your boat. I haven't seen it in like a million years.
I just
But
know
they
that
are
the whole,
categorizing
yeah.
as anti-trans trash.
Because they
So
said
there
it's
you go.
like the whole idea is you don't know what Pat is.
right,
Yeah.
right.
But Pat could be you know why the movie doesn't work now? Because Pat could say they're they now, and that works. And it's not a movie
Or a
anymore.
thing.
Or a thing.
Or a thing.
I identify as a thing.
Number 9. Haven't seen this one. The Love Guru, 2008.
That's a rough Adam Sandler movie right there.
I
Yeah.
feel like I remember that.
Adam Sandler
Michael Myers.
it's Michael Myers. That's right.
Yeah.
That was the end of his career.
This was it. Mike
Yeah,
Myers.
that ended it.
Character of Guru Pika.
He was running wild in the 90s, Mike Myers. Think about it. He had a million movies that were successful.
All those awesome.
This is
powers.
2008. Luck ran out.
Yeah,
by then.
luck was over by then. This confused me because it reminded me of some of the bad Sandler movies like Jack and Jill.
Yeah.
Like it's up there.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
What was the point of this movie?
Love Guru, he was a stylist, but like, that was the Zohan.
Yes,
that's
yes.
another terrible
Yes, that's
Sandler movie.
Sandler.
I wonder if that's on here. That's definitely
Oh
deserving.
God, the lure.
Number 10, and Bruno, 2009. Is
Oh,
that another?
Bruno?
Is
Dude, I laugh at Bruno, bro. I'm
you're
not
a
gonna
fan?
lie. That shit cracks me up actually, because he's like super over the top gay.
Yeah.
And like, They actually had a separate special from the movie where during the pandemic he stayed with two rednecks in quarantine, and it was fucking hilarious. He's like, so where did we go? Or no, Borat stayed. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Borat was funny.
Yeah, but like, this
Not
is the
a
same
fan.
guy. Bruno, listen, you have to like. There was
Not a
parts
fan of
it-
him though. In general,
He's
his
a good
work.
dude. He's a
Who?
good man though.
Yeah.
like he's a Russell Brand type.
Sasha
Baron
Baron
Sacha
Cohen.
Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
Like philosophy wise,
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
like Russell Brand style. Like he's on his
Respect.
shit. But that's why he does the controversial shit. You
Uh-huh.
know? I'll never forget. I went to the movie. I went to the movies to see out with this chick, and like the end of the movie, his dick pops out. And his dick says, "Bruno." I lost it. I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Oh my God! So there you go. That was the was that 10?
I think that was 10.
Felt like 8, but might have been 10.
I don't know.
There you have it.
Yeah, there were some the list I could definitely agree with a couple. And there's some real fucking stinkers on there, but they left off so many stinkers that they
God.
could have replaced easily. We said Jack and Jill right there. That's another one.
Jack and Jill was terrible.
That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Point blank. Period.
Man, brother. Before we get to anything else, you had a dream, didn't you?
I did have a dream. I had a
Tell us
fucking-
about your dream.
I had a dream because wrestling is like I've been on it. I'm on more AEW than WWE these days, like just on it. But like, I had a dream that I booked a pay-per-view, nowhere specific.
Dreamland.
Like I remember the poster. It said "Rage in the Cage." I remember
Rage in the Cage.
Yeah. So
Does that
I like it.
does that exist? Like, has there
no,
been a
it
Rage in
doesn't
the Cage?
exist.
Rage in the Cage.
I mean, I do like the name.
Yeah. So basically, what I would do if I was booking this for real, I would book a fucking pay-per-view where every match is a cage match, like through time. So it's like you get like the first singles match in the old cage, the old original cage where it's the blue bars, where it's not the fence,
Classic.
the bars,
The best one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Bars.
match one.
Bars.
Match two
Yes.
would be a tag match with the new cage, the fence cage. All tag rule, all cage match rules apply. No holds barred, no disqualification. We're going in. Next match, Hell in the Cell. Boom. Hell in the Cell. Next match, a title match. It gets taken up a notch. You got the Hell in the Cell with the cage on top of the Hell in the Cell.
So detailed.
You got the Hell in the Cell with the cage on top of the Hell in the Cell. So after the Hell in the Cell match, the next match, they start in the Hell in the Cell and they work up to the other level. After that, we're doing a third on top, Eric Bischoff Maniac style, where it's 3 cages on top of each other. Only been done probably like very few times or like WCW when they were trying everything to succeed. But yeah, and then the third match would be in the top of the fucking 3 cells and another Hell in the Cell on the third layer.
Hell yeah.
And that's the Rage in the Cage, baby.
Interesting.
What was the card?
I don't remember any of the wrestlers.
None?
None, not one. I just remember because I was like one of those dreams where you're kind of like doing a million different things, and I was just trying to make sure the show was gonna go on, and I'm like running around. Yeah, I have some weird fucking dreams, real weird. I told my mom I had one the other day where we were on a plane to somewhere, and the plane split in half.
Good Lord.
And we ended up going somewhere else, but like we were fine. Like the plane just split in half. Now they
Just
went
landed
somewhere else,
somewhere
and we
else.
went somewhere else. I'm like, oh, that sucks. And we were stuck in a house trying to get to where we had to go. I don't know what any of these dreams mean.
Lord.
They mean something though.
Lord Almighty.
They mean something. They have
do.
to. Dreams always mean something.
Dreams do mean
When I tell my mom, she's like, "Oh, it's because you're paranoid. You're doing something wrong." I'm like, what? She always says that. Because my own problem was I always just talk in my sleep, so I'd give myself up if I ever did anything bad. Like when I changed my grades on my report card. Remember that? I remember I changed the D to a B, and something else. And I told on myself, ratted myself in my sleep, dry snitched in my sleep.
The worst.
Yeah. Because, like, my mom's like, the next day, she's like giving me attitude. I'm like, what the fuck did I do, huh? Thought I got away with this scot fucking clean. Nope.
Yeah.
No, because then she was like, yeah, because you changed your grade in your report card. I was like, what? She was like, yeah.
What did you say in your sleep?
That's what I said. And she goes, I heard you sleeping. And you were like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to change my report card. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did.
I was like, uh-oh. Better not fucking do anything incriminating and fall asleep.
I threw mine down
real.
the sewer once.
I'll never forget that.
Yep.
Because
Got
you're
in
like,
a lot of trouble for
you're
that.
like, oh, I'm going to get in trouble anyway, so
Yep.
fuck it.
That was...
Because you used to get grounded for like marking periods.
I
for your
recently had a
grades.
conversation with my mom about that,
Yeah?
actually. Yeah, because that was one of those things, man, I just like did not feel like was fair. Because
Yeah.
there's certain... Like, listen, I'm not a perfect student by any stretch. I was a very mediocre student. There was some subjects I was like decent and good at, and there were a couple that was like really just didn't matter how hard I studied. You could get me all the tutors in the world.
Math.
Didn't matter. Math, science, like
Yeah.
just it did not compute. Yo, if I got anything less than like a C, that was it. I was grounded for the marking period, dude.
Rough.
Not just for a week or a weekend.
Marking
for an
periods
entire
are like months at a
Yeah,
marking
it was.
period.
Yeah. Like
I wouldn't
3
be
or
able to go
4
out.
months, I think
No
it was.
wrestling, no video games. Like, I think maybe on the weekends I was able to, like, I had some time or something. But, yo, that shit was so unfair because I, like, it, and they did it. Like, they got me tutors. They got, like, it just was not happening. And look, who fucking needs math right now anyway?
Yeah, we all
Here's my
got-
math right here. Suck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like that
Whatever.
in so many subjects. My
that shit
subjects were so
sucked,
bad.
dude.
I remember like looking at my report card sometime. I'm like, man, this is a rough one. like fucking A.
Really
Like,
slacked off this
yeah,
time.
yeah. I was like, damn, that's a lot of D's and that's a lot of F's. And I remember a couple times when I'm like, just like drown. I'm like, I don't want to bring this one home. Like the last one had a couple B's floating, and I'm like an A or two. This one's got
Could
nothing.
save you.
There was nothing. There was one report card, probably worse than I ever got. It was like 2 F's, 3 D's, and a C. I have nothing higher than a C. I was like, whoa. That might have been Prentice. He failed me twice.
Damn. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
I didn't really have that problem.
That dude hated my guts. You know what it is? I didn't care. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do
I
any
got
work.
like 1 D once.
Two
So
things I
just
figured
didn't
out.
care.
I just never did homework. I never did work.
Two things I figured out early on in life that I just, no matter what, I just thought it was bullshit. Like, I have to go through the motions,
Yeah.
but it's bullshit. It was religion, growing up Catholic, and going through all my sacraments,
Yeah.
CCD, all that bullshit. Hated it from the jump.
Yeah.
Didn't want anything to do with it. And school, like
Yeah.
traditional school settings.
Of course. Oh, we talked about
Just
it
going
before.
through the goddamn motions,
Yeah, it's just it's not set up properly.
which we definitely talk about.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot we could talk about. Time's running out, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want to save what we were thinking for another episode.
Okay,
All
So
right.
let's do that.
Okay,
Leave a
that
little
works.
cliffhanger there.
That works. Oh, before we go anywhere,
Yeah.
I just want to say like I said, I brought the Knicks up last week, right?
Yes, you did.
And they won
Shout out
last
to
night.
RJ.
But I got an issue real quick with this in-season tournament. I don't understand
worst.
what the fuck is going
Oh,
on.
God.
I don't have a clue. I have no clue what's going on with this in-season tournament, like what it means. Like they're telling me, oh, it's an in-season tournament game. I only know this because the court, every team has like a funny colored court for their in-season tournament game. But it's a regular season game, counts as a regular season game, but it also counts as an in-season tournament game. What is going on?
Why now?
What? I don't understand. Like people are going to strive to win the season tournament.
For what?
Like what? The only incentive for the players, they get an extra 50,000 or something like that, or 500,000, something like that. But it's like, okay, I see incentive for them. It's some money, cool. You know, especially some of these lower tier guys aren't getting that much money. Great.
I guess.
But what is the fucking point? I don't understand the point.
No, me neither.
And like, they're like gung ho about it. Like, and like, what kind of net? It's the NBA in season tournament. Like, that's the best you can come up with.
Doesn't NHL do that too?
No, they've never done nothing
No?
like that. No, this is just a random tournament in the middle of the year that means nothing. You're gonna win the in-season tournament title.
Or am I
What is
thinking
that?
Olympics? Is there a crossover there in the NHL and Olympics sometimes?
Oh, what do you mean, like guys going from the NHL play there in the Olympics? Yeah,
But during the NHL season.
only when it happens. It doesn't happen that often.
Okay. I remember that happening at
Yeah.
some point, I think.
But yeah,
Anyway.
I just don't understand the in-season tournament.
Yeah,
It
it's
makes
stupid.
fucking zero sense to me. They need to bomb it. They
Hate
need
it.
to fucking exit. It needs to fucking go.
Blows.
Simple. Needs to go.
Good rant.
That's all. Needs to go.
Send us on our way.
All right.
Tell us that.
Before you do anything else today, get online and go to allstarvintage.shop to check out their ever-evolving vintage sports apparel collection. Discover a curated collection of vintage sports apparel that celebrates the passion of sports enthusiasts and vintage lovers. If you want to check out more of the Dudecast, I know you do, follow us on Facebook at Dudecast420, on TikTok at The Dudecast, and on Instagram at _Dudecast. As always, our show is produced by Chop Sports Media and is available to watch for free via the Chop Sports Media YouTube channel. And don't forget the audio version streams on all major platforms, including the premier streaming podcast network.
Good job, bro, lady.
Yeah, you're the best drunk.
All right,
But
36.
Episode 37 in the books, folks.
37.
In a row.
I say 36.
I don't know, but it's
37. You're right.
37. I
You're
know
right.
it's 37. I've been dying to do it. I'll try not to suck any dick on your way through the parking lot.
Now I gotta go home and watch that.
Yep. Everybody take it sleazy.
We out.